everyone, and thank you for joining me once again in the Scoreboard Addicts Pub. Today is day number 18 of our beer advent calendar, Beer and a Take, and for you I'm trying Prairie Artisan Ales Seasick Crocodile. It is a sour ale with cranberries, ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and this bad boy is 6.3% alcohol by volume. Let's give it a try. Cheers. That drink's more like a cider than a beer. It is very sweet, super heavy on the cranberry. Cranberry's good. It's a fresh cranberry, almost with a candy-like sweetness, which is immediately balanced out by that sour from the sour ale. It comes right in and balances out the sweetness. It's done very well. It's hard to be very sweet and then very sour and mix it together and have it come and just meld like that. Because one complements the other tremendously. This is like a Sour Patch Kid, but cranberry flavor. The ginger I'm not getting so much. The cinnamon and nutmeg I get on the end. And the best way I can describe that is, you know how you eat like one of those packages of, the tiny packages you used to get as a kid when you went to school of applesauce, the cinnamon applesauce? It just had that hint of cinnamon at the end, that aftertaste. That's where you get it. It's like a little hint of it in the background as it's finishing, and then it's gone. Pretty surprising. Wow, that's a weird mix of flavors, but it works. So my take tonight is not going to be a sports take, more pop culture. Yellowstone. Can we all admit that the writing for this second half of the season has been terrible? This show has fallen and missed the mark by a lot.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Fuck this. Ah!
The writing in the previous seasons, the pace that the show kept to now. I understand Kevin Costner leaving leaves a huge hole in obviously the series and the show, but there's better ways to work around that. And the writing has just been lazy. The way it all came together. I'm not gonna ruin anything for anybody, but it's gonna go on a list of great shows that left me wanting more. And there's a lot of great shows on that list. Sons of Anarchy, wasn't a fan of how it ended. Understood the ending, but the way they wrapped everything up after how far off the rails they had to go, I don't know, didn't do it for me. Game of Thrones, nobody liked the last season. No one. Like, they had to wrap it up and force that season and beg George R.R. Martin to give them the ending.
You really want to know?
Please, it's urgent!
All right. King Joffrey is still at King's Landing, but there's a young blacksmith who wakes up one morning with a plan. And his wiener gently hangs down between his legs. Soft and flaccid, his wiener glistens in the golden sunlight.
No, can we skip the wiener stuff and just get to the dragons?
And then the way they brought it all together, it was just rushed and it killed the series. I know I'm a Jet fan, I'm pessimistic. I have every right to be pissed off. I'm a Yankee fan and got to watch that disgrace, so maybe I'm just in a bad mood this year. But I think sometimes you gotta call it out like you see it. And as great as the show is, or was, if it falls short, you have every right as a fan of that show to be pissed off. And the only thing I'm sitting here hoping is that they don't fuck up Stranger Things. I think we can all get on that same page, right? What doesn't fall short is this beer. Back to Seasick Crocodile. This drink's like a cider. I know I said that, but there's just, I don't get any notes of hops whatsoever. It's all that sweet cranberry, and then you just get, once the cranberry fades, you get nailed with the sourness of the beer. If you like sour beers, this is definitely, on the crushability scale, it's high up there. You could definitely polish off a few of these. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of our 5 rating. There's nothing wrong with the beer, and the notes and the flavors that are present, they definitely hit the mark. It's just not my cup of tea. Like cranberry, nutmeg, cinnamon. I'm happy I tried it. It's very interesting, but it's not my favorite combination when reaching for a sour ale. So, I mean, if you're a cranberry fan, you're gonna love this. I guarantee you, if you're a cranberry and sour beer fan, this is a 5 out of 5 all day for you. But for me, 4 out of 5. Great job what they did. It just, not my cup of tea when it comes to flavors. It's not in my wheelhouse. So thank you for joining me. Cheers. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment.